Yo, what's up, jazz guitar friends? Larry Tamanini here, jazz guitar under 5 minutes. Hey, one of the biggest traps any jazz guitar player can fall into is playing an unintentional arrangement of a set of blues changes, right? You know, Oftentimes when I'm teaching and I get a chance to do in-person lessons and get a chance to play, or even via Zoom, one thing I'll ask is to play 3 choruses over a blues. And if you're playing the same so many people have like pretty good time, right? And they're kind of getting the call and response going, you have to have it. And then you end up going back and playing those same set of changes, maybe even those same hits, right? Also, you can sort of get so focused on trying to solo that you can only really do one thing, right? So ditch the pick, right? Try to get in there with your fingers and start to think more harmonically, right? I want to have 3 different ideas, especially if I'm playing solo or I'm practicing. Why would I want to play the same thing all the time, right? So you want to have a couple approaches. These are some things that I like to do. I start out with a theme. I kind of played this chromatic 2/5 going into the blues, and that was a theme that I like to reintroduce at various points throughout the choruses I took. All right, so check it out. I started out just kind of connecting inversions, right? And then you can kind of play a lick. After I got to this part, right, I could stay on this 4, I could go up to that. I took an alternate route. I went from E flat down to D flat, C down to B, right? To bring me back here. I had this little chromatic thing, kind of stretches the harmony, right? And then you sort of get to that turnaround, that 2/5. Now's another big chance to do some different stuff. The first time through, I went A flat, D flat, G flat, B. Okay, so the kind of like the Freddie the Freeloader turnaround, but I back cycled all the way. Next time through, I kind of walked up, little root motion, right? Root, first inversion, 4. There's that diminished. Little open harmony there, never hurt anybody. And then here I wanted to do the bird blues chromatic thing, right? A little bit different from when I played the last time. Instead of going to a 2 minor, I went to a 2 dominant. This time through, I went flat 3. I like to keep that theme going, so I went. Right, this little 4 idea will bring me right back to 1, 4. good old reliable turnaround, right? And I think the last time through I wanted to do a little bit differently. And then I came down chromatically from E flat, right? Again, a couple different ideas every chorus. And I really wasn't trying to solo that much. If you can't play it harmonically and you can't grasp it, there's no way you're going to be able to play it in a solo, right? So try to steer the ship a little bit in the harmonies you want to go to. And just know that back cycling, chromatic 2/5s, root motion are all things that are going to make a dramatic difference in your improv going forward. So, all right, jazz guitar friends, if you made it this far, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Have a great weekend. I hope everybody's working. I hope the gigs are lucrative. Bebop!